mommy, community, and action. But oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. But oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirmative, and culture for me too. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, granny, let us down to that. Learning and exploring about history, you see. Look, mommy, let us down to that. We confident, we practice and develop fluency. Look, daddy, let us down to that. Families, they bonding and representing me. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, auntie, let us down to that. Nice, I see, let us down to that.
So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have to sit.
Look, mommy, community in action. Well, oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirmative, culture for me too. Look, granny, let us down to that.
Greetings, Virtual Village family. How are you all doing on this Monday evening? I hope you all are doing well. I'm excited to kick off the week with all of you. It's always a pleasure to be here with you all, but I have some bittersweet news. This is our last week of the fall season of the Virtual Village show. This is the last week, so you guys have us Monday, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And then we are out. We are out for a little while until we come back with our next season. But it's been a wonderful ride. I have enjoyed it so much, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. But don't you fret. Miss Amanda is here. How are you doing? So glad to see you. Lovely that you are here with us all the time. We gained a wonderful new virtual villager when we did our book delivery at Monroe Elementary School. It was great, and Miss Amanda and all of her fellow co-workers were out there doing tremendous work for our babies in Norfolk at Monroe Elementary School. So shout out to them again, definitely. And as I was saying, don't you guys fret, because the Virtual Village fall season is coming to an end. But you will still see us popping on here from time to time. We have some wonderful things that are going to go down for the rest of the winter. Some little pop-ups that we're going to do. And then there are some other things that I can't quite tell you yet. I got to keep my lips zipped, but I know you're going to love it. I hope you guys also had a wonderful time last Thursday when Dr. Brookins was here. You know, we had the Howard University takeover, and our very own Jaimir was the host as his psychology professor took over and did a wonderful lesson for our young people about culture. She took us from Jamaica to Nigeria and taught about the different types of culture that we encounter throughout the diaspora, and a comparison and contrast about how we get down as Black people here. What were the similarities? What were the differences? She gave y'all some homework. I wonder if any of y'all did it. I wonder if you did it. But anyway, like I said, I am always amped to be here. Like Prince Hakeem, I'm very happy to be here. And we are doing great things. You know, it's all about this foundational literacy. You know, it's literacy, culture, community, and love. Let's see. We got some more comments coming through here from our village family. Miss Marva said, good evening, villagers. Good evening. Wonderful to see you here. So glad that you are here with us. So look, you guys don't come here just to hear me run my mouth. I know you guys want to get positively affirmed and hear these wonderful quotes and check in with our teachers. So I'm going to step away and let our baby girl Shania do her thing.
Greetings, virtual villagers. My name is Shania, and do you know what time it is? It's affirmation time! Time to remind ourselves how great we are. So everybody, repeat after me. I am smart. I have purpose. I am confident. I am valuable. My voice is worthy of being heard. I am an asset to my family, school, and community. I respect myself and I respect others. I am beautifully made inside and out. I love my beautiful hair And I love my beautiful brown skin. I am more than enough. Great job, virtual villagers. Can I get a virtual high five? Great job. And always remember how fantastic you are. Greetings, virtual villagers. I'm Makai, and today's quote is from Jacqueline Woodson. People are going to judge you all the time. No matter what you do, don't worry about other people. Worry about you.
This episode of the Virtual Village Show has been brought to you by Truist.
Good morning, students!
Professor Ramona and I are going to be working on fractions today.
Encuentra el país.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him.
Excuse me.
Ay, de nuevo.
Teachers are doing whatever it takes to connect with their students.
202.
And Cox is too, by connecting over 140,000 eligible students in need with low-cost internet.
Who wants to see it again?
With the Connect to Compete program from Cox.
Buying or selling a home doesn't have to be difficult. At the James Allen Group, we work tirelessly to get families into homes and to get our listings sold quickly at the best price. James Allen, our principal broker, has over 30 years of experience as a realtor. As a U.S. Navy veteran, his knowledge of Hampton Roads and its community is a vital tool in meeting the home buying needs of military families. If you're ready to buy or sell your home, contact the James Allen Group at 757-449-8322. Sign up today for our free home buyer or seller seminar at jamesallengroup.com.
Since the beginning of the pandemic, Clever Communities in Action and our community partners have taken action to motivate and inspire children and families online. From reading culturally affirming literature, teaching foundational literacy lessons, and creating jobs for youth, our virtual village continues to grow. To be part of our virtual village, donate or learn how we are keeping literacy alive, visit clevercommunities.org.
All right, virtual villagers, are you guys feeling affirmed? Are you remembering how fantastic you are? I hope you are. I hope all of you are. And like I always say, I hope you are sharing that affirmation with our little ones, and we as adults can use that as well. Then Makai comes through and he gives us a reminder, and this is for our big villagers as well. No time to focus on what other people are doing. Focus on yourself. And that came from Jacqueline Woodson. All right. So let's remember, let's stay on track. Let's stay on target. Let's focus on our task ahead and not be worried about what other people are thinking or how they're feeling about whatever it is that we need to accomplish, and instill that thought in our little ones as well. And then I'm still loving our ad, our Cox ad. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? I just really love it. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that, but I'm saying it. I think it's a really dope ad, and I hope you guys are enjoying that as well. Make sure that you guys click share and let people know about it, because we will be running our shows back. I let you, if you just tuned in, I let everybody know that this is the last week of the fall season of the Virtual Village Show. We will be popping up from time to time with some great programming, but this Monday through Wednesday thing, it is on hiatus, okay? But we will be back. We appreciate you all tuning in. And make sure, if you have not already liked Clever Communities in Action Facebook page and subscribe to Clever Communities in Action on YouTube, that you go and do that. You make sure you do that when this ends, okay? Make sure you do that. And at the top of the Facebook page is our ad. Share that so people can know about the Virtual Village Show. We are always looking for more active, phenomenal villagers. And with that said, it is time for us to bring on our teacher for the evening. This is all about literacy, culture, community, and love. And in order for our children to win, they have to be literate. And we don't want them just reading out of a sense of obligation. We want them to be excited readers. We want them to explore the things that some of us may not have found out about until we were good and grown. So having our children putting books in their hands and being excited and having a thirst for knowledge and enjoying that process of reading, engaging in it. It starts with us teaching these foundational literacy lessons, as well as putting books in front of them where they see themselves positively reflected. And you know that's what we are all about here at Clever Communities in Action. And that's what you guys are about as well, because you are our virtual village family. So tonight we are going to bring on our teacher. You know who she is. She is always live and in full effect, giving this great literacy lesson. So let's bring on Miss Owens. Miss Owens, where are you, ma'am?
Hello, hello.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm great. Thank you.
Wonderful to have you. Always great to see that smile. It kicks the mood up like 10 notches. Yes, yes. So how's your day been going?
It's been going great. I have had a pretty good day today, I must admit. Pretty good
Glad
month.
to hear that. Any updates with the little ones? They say anything funny or anything going on that we need to know about?
They're always doing some interesting things, and keeping me laughing. But they are working hard. I'm getting them into reading. You know, I have my little Pizza Hut thing back there so they can earn free pizza. So I just try to get.
They still have Book It?
Yes. Yes.
Definitely. Book It was my life. Okay. Don't get me started, because I thought Book It went away. I was looking for that a while ago. Book It was life, okay, you guys. And my eating habits have changed a lot since then. But I remember I was a reading little child, and I would get my little personal pan, Canadian bacon, ham, whatever that pizza was back then. You couldn't tell me a thing. Like, woo, wow. Ooh, I lived for that. And then the grocery store. I'm from Gaston, Alabama, and our grocery store had a free kitty cookie card too. So if you read a certain amount of books, you could go get a free cookie. Your girl had to. I just found my card like recently.
Yes.
Yes. I think you got a Yes. She said, "Hey, grade chair." Yes. So look, Jay Cox is in the building. Okay.
Yes.
So look, now we are going to look. You're doing this lesson for us tonight. You are about to deliver this foundational literacy lesson. And how do you feel? This is your last one for the season.
I know, it's sad, but the crazy thing is, I will be doing tutoring starting in December, starting the end of November. So basically, you know, I don't really have any free time. I might have next week, then the following week I'll be starting off with that. So with reading.
We appreciate your dedication. We definitely do appreciate your dedication, and we're gonna miss seeing our teachers up here for the virtual village programming. But you know, like I said, you guys, we are on hiatus. We are not going. We are just taking our break, and we'll be back. So look, I am going to step away because you are about to administer this lesson of foundational literacy. You're going to lay these bricks tonight for this foundation. So I'm going to step away and let you do your thing. All right, sis?
Sounds good. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome, my virtual villagers. So tonight I am going to be giving you an awesome foundational literacy lesson, and it is going to be on some letters. We're going to talk about the letter C. We're also going to be talking about drawing the letter F. And we're going to be talking about syllables and visualizing in our reading. Sorry, we are doing the letter F, not the letter C, the letter F. All right. So first, we're going to start off with, I want you to get your pointer fingers ready. And as you can see, my pointer finger is missing my little nail, but that's okay. And we are going to sing the alphabet song and point to each letter. All right, so here we go. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And there is our alphabet. all 26 letters. So now we're going to go back and point to each letter, and we're going to say the sound for each letter. So here we go. Let me start off at A. So we have A says A, B says B, C says K, D says D, E says E, F says F, G says G, H says H, I says I, J says J, K says K, L says O, M says M, N says N, O says Ah, P says P, Q says Qu, R says R, S says S, T says T, U says V says V, W says W, X says X, Y says Y, and Z says Z. Very good. Awesome job, virtual villagers. Now we know what each letter sound makes. So now we're going to be practicing one of those letters. And the letter we are going to practice, so if you have a pencil and a paper, you can practice along with me. I'm going to be writing on my whiteboard. We're going to practice writing the letter F. And F says F. So F says F. So we're going to practice making the uppercase F first. Now the uppercase F, to make it, we're going to draw a letter, a line straight down. And then we're going to come back up and we're going to draw a line across from the top. And then another line in the middle. So we have the letter F. Let's try that another time. So we make a line straight down. Then we draw a straight line across at the top. And then in the middle, we draw a line in the middle. And we have our uppercase F. All right, let me erase my board. And now I'm going to show you how to draw or to write the lowercase f. We're going to write the lowercase f. The lowercase f also starts at the top, but now we're going to make a little curve before we come down. And then in the middle, we are going to draw a cross in the middle. So let's try that again. We start at the top, but this time we're going to make a curve, and then we're going to come down. And then we're going to cross in the middle. And that is our lowercase f. And remember, the F says F. All right, great job, virtual villagers, drawing those upper and lower case F. Now we're going to talk about some syllables. What's a syllable? Syllables are when we break down words into smaller letters or smaller parts. Sorry, smaller parts. So the smaller parts of our words are called syllables. We like to clap while we say a word to hear the syllables. For example, if I say the word frog, frog, I only clap one time. That means the word frog only has one syllable. Okay? So we're going to try a few words. The first word is basket. Basket. So I'm going to clap as I say the word basket. 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 You heard there are two claps, so there are two syllables in the word basket. Our next word is hallway. 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 We had two claps, so there are two syllables in the word hallway. Another word, house. 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 We only clap one time because there is only one syllable in the word house. What about the word flag? If I say the word flag, how many times am I going to clap? Yes, you are correct. Flag. Flag. One clap means there's one syllable in the word flag. And the last word I have for you is a big one. It is microwave. 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 3 claps in that word. So that means there are 3 syllables in the word microwave. Great job, virtual villagers, knowing what it means to break down words into smaller parts called syllables. Now, when we read today, our story, we're going to be focusing on visualizing. Visualizing is when we use our brains to draw a picture in our minds that help us to follow along in the story. So today, while I'm reading the story, I want you guys to visualize what's happening. I want you to put a picture in your head what is happening in the story.
All right, villagers. That was a wonderful lesson from Miss Owens. Everybody, let's give her a hand. She does a great job as usual, and we're learning how to write those letters correctly. Just always these nuggets, these foundations. Like I said, you guys have been, building the foundation. The building is nothing, right, without a strong foundation.
No.
And that is the same thing when it comes to learning. So if we don't have these literacy skills, if our children don't have these literacy skills, then we are not setting them up adequately to succeed in learning in the classroom and just in life in general. So what you guys are doing is golden, and you're doing such a wonderful job. So look, we are going to have a brief word from our sponsors, and when we come back, Miss Owens is going to read us a story in the way that only she can. So you guys hold tight, and we'll be right back.
Yes.
Smart kids make our world better. At Heavenly Hearts, we believe that the right foundation is key to our future leader success. With our 4 key learning principles, which are inclusive learning environment, early exposure to financial literacy, community engagement, science and technology with engineering, art, and math labs will enrich each one of our future leaders as well as the community they are part of. In these unprecedented times, the $59 billion childcare industry has been dramatically impacted by the pandemic. Heavenly Hearts has currently implemented several advanced health and safety precautions to protect our children and staff at our current licensed facility in Chesapeake, Virginia. Our new location will continue to use advanced technology to protect our children from this and future threats to their health and safety. As our mission is to educate, empower, and equip our students with the necessary foundation to be holistically successful throughout life, we invite you to get involved. As an investor or community partner, you can help in a variety of ways. Contact Serena Mann at 757-254-8156. This episode of the Virtual Village Show has been brought to you by Truist.
All right, virtual villagers, here I am. I am back with our story. And remember, I want you to visualize. I want you to paint a picture in your mind about what you think is happening in this story. And so the story I want to read to you today is called Aunt Flossie's Hats and Crab Cakes Later. And the story is by Elizabeth Fitzgerald Howard, and the paintings are by James Ransom. On Sunday afternoons, Sarah and I go to see great Aunt Flossie. Sarah and I love Aunt Flossie's house. It is crowded full of stuff and things. Books and pictures and lamps and pillows, plates and trays and old dried flowers and boxes and boxes and boxes of hats. Can you see that in your mind? Can you see those books and pictures and lamps and pillows and dried flowers and all those boxes of hats? On Sunday afternoons, when Sarah and I go to see Aunt Flossie, she says, "Come in, Susan. Come in, Sarah. Have some tea. Have some cookies. Later, we can get some crab cakes." Can you see Aunt Flossie and her tea and her cookies? We sip our tea and eat our cookies, and then Aunt Flossie lets us look in her hat boxes. We pick out hats and try them on. Aunt Flossie says they are her memories, and each hat has its story. I'm picturing these little girls putting all of her aunt's hats on their head. Look, there they are. Hats, 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 hats. A stiff black one with bright red ribbons, a soft brown one with silver buttons, thin floppy hats that hide our eyes, green or blue or purple or pink. Some have fur and some have feathers. Look, this hat is just one smooth, soft rose. But here's one with 1,000,000,000 flowers. Aunt Flossie has so many hats. Can you see all of those hats? One Sunday afternoon, I picked out a woolly winter hat. Sort of green, maybe. Aunt Flossie thought a minute. Aunt Flossie almost always thinks a minute before she starts a hat story. Then she sniffed the woolly hat. "Just a little smoky smell now," she said. Sarah and I sniffed the hat too. "Smoky smell, Aunt Flossie?" See how she's sniffing that hat? "The big fire," Aunt Flossie said. "The big fire in Baltimore. Everything smelled of smoke for miles around. For days and days, big fire didn't come near our house on Center Street, but we could hear fire engines racing down St. Paul. Horses' hooves clattering, bells, whistles. Your great-grandma and I couldn't sleep. We grabbed our coats and hats and ran outside, worried about Uncle Jimmy's grocery store, worried about the terrapins and crabs. Big fire in Baltimore." Can you see that big fire and all those fire engines racing down the street? Aunt Flossie closed her eyes. I think she was seeing long ago. I wondered about crab cakes. Did they have crab cakes way back then? Then Sarah sniffed Aunt Flossie's hat. No more smoky smell, she said, but I thought I could smell some, just a little. Then Sarah tried a different hat, dark blue with a red feather. This one, Aunt Flossie, this one. Aunt Flossie closed her eyes and thought a minute. Oh my, yes, my, what an exciting day. We waited, Sarah and I. What happened, Aunt Flossie? I asked. A big parade in Baltimore. Think about that. What would it look like, that big parade in Baltimore? Ooh, parade, said Sarah. We love parades. I made that hat, Aunt Flossie said, to wear, to watch that big parade. Buglers bugling, drummers drumming, flags flying everywhere. The boys, soldiers, back from France, marching up Charles Street, proud. Everyone cheering, everyone shouting. The Great War was over. The Great War was over. Stephen says, welcome home, 92nd Division. Let's have a parade, I said. Sarah put on the dark blue hat. I found a red one with a furry pom-pom. We marched around Aunt Flossie's house. March with us, Aunt Flossie, I called. But she was closing her eyes. She was seeing long ago. Maybe she's dreaming about crab cakes, Sarah said. Then we looked in the very special box. Look, Aunt Flossie, here's your special hat. It was the big straw hat with the pink and yellow flowers and green velvet ribbon. Aunt Flossie's favorite best Sunday hat. It's our favorite story because we are in the story and we can help Aunt Flossie tell it. Aunt Flossie smiled. One Sunday afternoon, she said, we were going out for crab cakes. Sarah and Susan and Mommy and Daddy, I said. And Aunt Flossie, said Sarah. Aunt Flossie nodded. We were walking by the water and the wind came. Let me tell it, I said. The wind came and blew away your favorite best Sunday hat. My favorite best Sunday hat, said Aunt Flossie. It landed in the water. It was funny, said Sarah. I didn't think so, said Aunt Flossie. Your hat just flew into the water. And Daddy tried to reach it, I said, but he slid down in the mud. Daddy looked really surprised and everybody laughed. He couldn't rescue my favorite best Sunday hat, said Aunt Flossie. And Mommy got a stick and leaned far out. She almost fell in, but she couldn't reach it either. The water rippled and your favorite best Sunday hat just floated by like a boat. Can you picture their daddy falling and that hat going all down the water? Whoops. Now comes the best part, and I'll tell it, said Sarah. A big brown dog came. It was walking with the boy. May we help you? The boy asked. My dog Gretchen can get it. The boy threw a small stone. It landed in Aunt Flossie's hat. Fetch, Gretchen, fetch. Fetch, Gretchen, fetch. Gretchen jumped into the water and she swam, and she got it. Gretchen got Aunt Flossie's hat. Hooray for Gretchen! We all jumped up and down. Hooray for Aunt Flossie's hat! It was very wet, said Aunt Flossie. But it dried just fine, almost like new. My favorite, best Sunday hat. The dog got the hat. I like that story, I said. So do I, said Sarah. And I like what happened next. We went to get crab cakes. Crab cakes, said Aunt Flossie. What a wonderful idea. Sarah, Susan, telephone your parents. We'll go get some crab cakes right now. I think Sarah and I will always agree about one thing. Nothing in the whole world tastes as good as crab cakes. But crab cakes taste better after stories. Stories about Aunt Flossie's hats. And there they all are, eating crab cakes. The end.
Well, that was definitely a wonderful story. I enjoyed that. And I love how you really got us to visualize what was going on, because that's what it's all about. I think a lot of times now with all of the video games and YouTube and all of that, our children aren't using their imagination so much. I know that imagination played a huge role in my life, and there are a lot of benefits to that. And a lot of that came from reading books as well. So I love that journey you took us on. And suddenly I have a craving for some crab cakes. So
oh my gosh. I'm hungry about that.
Yeah, we'll see how far I go with that. Because sometimes when the cravings, confessions of a foodie, when they come, sometimes I got to do what I got to do to make it happen. So we shall see. I may, hit you up tomorrow with a picture of me and some crab cakes. But that was wonderful. That story was great. And again, it's very important and it's extremely necessary. So make sure that you guys are tuning in with the little people in your lives and listening to these stories. They are here for playback, because again, this is our last week of this season, but everything is still there for playback, and we will be running it back as well, and you guys can go through the archives. But thank you so much, Miss Owens, for that wonderful lesson and the story time. And we appreciate your dedication to the virtual village, as well as to the children you teach every day, the ones you will be tutoring, and just all that you do for our community overall.
Yes, well, thank you.
You are very welcome. And look, I'll be in touch with you. But villagers, make sure you say your wonderful goodbyes to Miss Owens, because it'll be a while before you see her live on this platform again. But again, it's been wonderful, sis. So you have a wonderful evening, all right?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
You're welcome. All right. So now you guys know what time it is. It is time for that moment in history. And Jameer is about to drop one on you. So here we go.
Greetings, virtual villagers. I am Jameer. I'm here to bring you today's moment in history. A relatively young form of art, hip-hop began in the 1970s with youth in the poor South Bronx, New York housing projects, expressing themselves by rhyming over danceable beats. Then came storytelling with clever lyrics. There are 5 elements of hip-hop, including MCing, DJing, b-boying, graffiti, and knowledge of self. Since its beginning, different subgenres of hip-hop have emerged. Now, pop music is heavily influenced by hip hop, with rappers winning Grammys. Once you understand that hip hop was created by Black Americans and Latinos to creatively project the realities of their lives and of systemic oppression, you can begin to understand its power and impact.
Greetings, virtual villagers. I'm Asia, and I'm here with our book recommendation of the day. Jamir told you a little about the history of hip-hop. If you're interested in reading a book about the history of hip-hop, you'll love When the Beat Was Born by Levon Carrick Hill and Theodore Taylor III. You can purchase this book at your local Black-owned bookstore or visit smile.amazon.com and add Clever Communities in Action as your charity, and Amazon will donate a percentage of the price of your purchases at no cost to you.
And you don't stop, fam, and it don't quit. All right, Jamir brought us that nugget about hip hop. How many hip hop heads are tuning in, right? I know I'm one. I'm more of an old school hip hop head. I'm all about the lyricism, okay? I am all about the lyrics. So I have some expectations. I need bars. But anyway, it's important that our young people understand where hip hop came from. The genres have branched out and it's gone in different directions, but nonetheless, it's important to pay homage and to know the foundation of that culture. We can't be of it, but not know who the pioneers were. We can't be a part of it, but not understand the rebellion that came behind that, the righteous rebellion that came behind the creation of our youngest, if it's not the youngest, it's one of the youngest art forms that we have out here, but yet it's global, right? And that is fantastic. And so, these moments in history, there are these nuggets here that you guys can share. We play them back the next day. So you can play those for the little ones in your lives, and you guys can go into more in-depth conversation. And Asia always comes along with the book recommendation that coincides with that moment in history. So make sure you guys are taking in those nuggets, because we have to have a strong understanding of where we came from in order to be prepared for where we are going, in order to navigate the terrain. And the terrain is ever changing, but yet again, the map of the past can still help us navigate to the future. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this evening. It's been wonderful for me. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for our community connection evening. So Rodney and I will be chatting it up. It's the last night, and we want to hear from you guys. So make sure you come in and talk to us. Let us know what's on your mind. I want to know what's on your mind, like Rakim, okay? Let me know. So anyway, you all have a wonderful evening. I'm on my way out here on a hunt for some crab cakes. So you guys be well, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Look, mommy, community in action. But oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. But oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirmative, and culture for me too. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, granny, let us down to that. Learning and exploring my history, we see. Look, mommy, let us down to that. We confident, we practice and develop fluency. Look, daddy, let us down to that. Families, they bond and they representing me. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, auntie, let us down to that. Nice, I see, let us down to that.
So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have a sit.
Look, mommy, community in action. Well, oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirmative, culture for me too. Look, granny, let us down